that the biggest failure in the fight against corruption is EACC. They are gatekeepers. I can take you to the answer of the Senate. We have made recommendations even on the Mandera issue, even on housewarming. How do you give an housewarming money of 5 million to open a speaker's house in Vihiga? That is like 5 ECD classrooms. That can educate many children. In Mandera, 54.4. How do you buy a Christmas tree of 3.6 million in Bungoma? We saw in Nandi, they were paying 41 million to do a car leasing. Yet there is official vehicles, but they left the official vehicles of a county government of Nandi and lease. And even today, we are having the governor of Nandi appearing. He had paid 155 million to the number of staff that is unknown, the ghost workers. The same to Wazingishu, they have 765. And that is why you see rise of goons. Because apparently most of these goons are being bankrolled or paid by the county roll. You look at Busia. You saw Busia, there were fights of the goons on the streets that governor and the others belong. You come here to Nairobi. By the way, Nairobi would have collapsed if it was not that the president injected 80 billion. Yes. And that is why we are now seeing roads being opened, drainage before El Nino comes. So the point I'm trying to go, even if you go to Homa Bay today, you saw they had agreed that they were to do a county headquarters of 500 million. They ended up doing almost 900 million. And you know, these are ceilings that we have approved. You go to Wazingishu, we had agreed that a governor's house and a speaker's house and a deputy governor should not go beyond 45 million. But they are using 80 million. But the point I'm trying to make is it is the EACC who have failed us. Because even in Kilifi, they did a consent of 800 million against Winashodi, a contract that cannot be even due to do a chicken, to buy a chicken in the country. Yes. So we have made this recommendation. What I'm trying to elaborate to Kenyans who are watching and following is we have made all these recommendations possible to the EACC. So the Abdi and the was it Bishop Ogide? All those, they have all the facts on the table. But you know, in this country, I'm told when you flag a corruption issue, the same fellows who are supposed to investigate go and tell you wacha tuonane nyuma ya tent. So they also extort from the accused so that they tell this file you should go slow, you know, and that is why
when you ask them, what do they say? When you ask
we have even some on the EACC, and I know it's on record because I know your colleagues have covered us. When we ask them, they give us a conviction of 20,000 bribe that they arrested Matatu tout that is giving out somewhere. So they don't have a concrete answer. And I want to insist, and I've told National Assembly, you know, as a Senate, they might not take us as it should be because we don't allocate resources. And I've challenged even the committee of the National Assembly of JLAC of my brother Muragara that you need to call EACC to order. I saw when in fact, the justification, National Assembly don't want more money to go to counties because of corruption. Yet we have made recommendations to EACC. We go to Garissa, we have made recommendation. Mandera, the same thing. Wajir, the same thing. You know, they are doing an abattoir. You go to Wajir, they are using 2 companies to supply everything. You come to Nairobi, is a going concern. In Nairobi, you see the cabbage. Cabbage collection is one of the corruption essence. You go to Machakos, you saw somebody, I don't know whether it's your namesake, he wanted 18 million being owed by the county. He was being beaten up. And I can tell you counties, and you know how these counties are stealing. They are stealing using pending bills. Because counties up to today have 180 billion. How? But when you go to control our budget, that money was released. Because they are paying what you call hewa. So the issue is simple. When you go to Trans Nzoia, Governor George Natembeya is allocating 5 million to buy coffins. So the question we ask him, is it important to buy coffins first or buy drugs first?